What's going on? My name's James, and in this video, I'm going to be telling you every single thing that I wish I knew before I started sports betting. Now, if you don't know who I am, my name's James. I have helped thousands of sports bettors go from being a complete degenerate and losing money to now making consistent, profitable months, month after month, and over the longer term perspective, instead of focused on a get-rich-quick aspect, which is just impossible to do with sports betting. I've personally made over 7 figures in profit off of my own sports books and multiple 7 figures of profit off of clients' sports books as well. I started sports betting on my own about 4 years ago, and I wish I knew so much more before actually diving into it, because I would have saved tens of thousands of dollars. I was doing all of the typical stuff that you shouldn't do. I was doing parlays, I was doing 10, 20 bets a day, I was following multiple different handicappers, and again, if I had one video which truly taught me all of the stuff that now obviously today I know, I would have saved so much money, and I would have saved my friends and family money because I was getting them involved in the stuff that I was doing. Let me get one thing very, very clear. I am not claiming to be profitable every single day or every single week with sports betting. That is impossible. I treat sports betting like the stock market, so I'm using big capital that compounds over time and looking for small percentages of ROI month after month that, again, will compound year after year because it's a long-term game. As everyone always says, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So the first thing of sports betting, I think a lot of people get hooked into sports betting because, you know, they play sports growing up, they watch a lot of sports, they think, okay, I know a lot about sports, I'll make money sports betting, which is just not the case at all. All of these sports books that are setting these lines, and, you know, obviously FanDuel, DraftKings, MGM, those books that are making these lines, they know all of the information that you know times 100. It's impossible to bet against Vegas and expect to be profitable month after month. The same way that Vegas is so profitable year after year is because they're not looking at any random game-to-game data. They have models and systems in place to create these lines. They aren't betting based on who their favorite team is or anything along those lines. And those are the people that you're betting against. You're betting against the typical bettor who, you know, is betting on their favorite team, who's doing parlays. If you can outperform them, you will make money in the sports betting market. If you do the opposite of what they're doing, if you do the opposite of what someone who is losing is doing, you will make money. It's literally as simple as that. And so many people just, again, want to continue doing the stupid stuff that they know they shouldn't be doing. You shouldn't be doing parlays. You shouldn't be chasing bets. You shouldn't be doing 10, 20 bets a day. You need to treat it like a business. You need to treat it like the stock market. Before you invest into a stock, before you invest into a company, you know the metrics of that company. You know how you've done your research on them. You know why you're putting money into them. Now, if you're putting money into a bet and you don't know why, or if you don't have a process behind it, you're just throwing money away. It's just literally as simple as that. The next biggest thing is you need to get bets. So you need to have a handicapper who has a proven track record over the long term. You don't want to be buying picks from people who are claiming to win every single day or every single week and has no proof to back any of that up. I can go on my Instagram story right now and say that I'm 10-1 in my last 11 bets, but if I don't have clients that can back it up, that doesn't mean anything. Anyone in the world can, you know, go tell someone that they're 100% in their last 50 bets. But again, if they don't have proof to back it up, if they don't have clients who can vouch and say that those are their actual results, it's BS. Why would you believe any of that? So you need to make sure you're getting picks from someone who has trusted clients and has clients that can vouch that they are profitable in the long run, because you're not trying to make money a week-to-week basis. You're trying to make money over a longer term perspective. So if they don't have clients over the last year or 2 years or 3 years, they're probably not profitable in the long run. It's so simple, and a lot of people just don't think before they invest into a handicapper, which is just the wrong way to approach betting. Another thing is, once you put the bets in, you need to just turn your phone off. Completely detach yourself from the bets and from the games that you have money on. If you're constantly stressing about how a game is going that you have money on, you will just lose your mind every single day, and it's not at all worth the stress. If you're getting picks from a handicapper that has a proven track record You do not need to watch a single game. You don't need to keep refreshing ESPN to see if your team's winning. None of that matters. The only thing that matters is month-to-month results. The same way you're not checking your stock portfolio, looking at, every candle going red or green every minute of the day. You don't do that with sports betting. The same exact principles that apply to investing in the stock market, real estate, crypto, any of those principles that are similar to any investment strategy is how sports betting should be treated. It's another income stream. It's a second investment. That is literally all it is. And so many people try to make it some fun thing to do and some hobby to do. That's not how you make money doing it. You make money doing it by treating it like a business and treating it like a stock market. And yet so many people will just continue to do the wrong stuff. And if you ever think placing 10, 15, 20 bets in a single day is ever going to make you money, then you are just wrongly mistaken. There's no way that you have an edge on 10, 15, 20 bets in a single day. That's literally impossible. So shorten down your bets. Start placing 1, 2, 3, max 4 bets in a day. And I promise, once you start focusing on quality over quantity, you will start making so much more money. You won't be as stressed watching these games. In the longer term perspective, it's just so much healthier for you. And this might sound controversial because obviously I'm a handicapper and I mentor a lot of people, but you need to have a mentor when going into sports betting. Same way whenever going to the gym, you do research, you have a trainer who tells you what to do. Same way with the stock market. Again, it always comes back to the stock market, but same way you have a financial advisor that tells you what to invest in. This is the same exact approach that you should be taking with sports betting. If you go into sports betting knowing everything about sports betting or everything about sports, you win 70% of the time, you will still lose because you don't know how to bet. You can know sports, but if you don't know how to bet, you will lose money. So get a mentor, invest into a handicapper. Make sure you have someone that, again, has a proven track record, has clients that you can talk to, and make sure that this guy that you're getting picks from is actually profitable in the long run. Because you need to do your research before you buy picks, or you will just lose money. It's so simple. And especially, again, selfishly, working with us, we are going to hold your hand the entire process. So we'll tell you how much to bet, when to scale your unit size, when to scale back your unit size, when to increase your bankroll, how to detach yourself, how to stay disciplined. Every single thing that you need to do, we will do it for you. It's so simple, and yet again, a lot of people are not patient and disciplined enough to actually stick to it in the long run. And now this is the most obvious one, but please stop doing parlays. If you're still doing parlays in 2025, you're 100%, I already know for a fact that you are negative and you have not made a single dollar with sports betting. It's so simple. You need to be doing straight bets. It's as simple as that. Another big thing is the odds of the bets that you are placing. So whenever I first started, I thought, parlaying 3 -500 odd picks or just doing -500 picks because they were guaranteed to win or they were super likely to win. That does not mean anything. A -1,000, a -10,000 team can still lose. It's just a part of sports betting. So what you need to do is stay in a -110, -120, all the way up to the max that I would go is -170. If you're getting in the -180, -190, it's just so hard to be profitable in the long run. You need to be operating your bankroll like a CEO. So you need to have risk management, risk to reward. You need to understand that and have it completely mastered before you start actually placing bets. If you go into sports betting and think that, you start placing $100 on a bet, $500 here and there, you will lose money. It is so hard to make money if you're not doing it right. And the last thing is the reason that I see a lot of people say that their profits are like a roller coaster where, 1 week they go up and then 1 week they're all the way back down and up and then down, and they're never able to get ahead. They think that this is normal, which it is if you're doing this one wrong thing, obviously. And a lot of people think that whenever you're on a hot streak, they start getting confident, they start getting cocky, they start betting more money. And then same vice versa, whenever they're on a cold streak, they start betting less, they start, not putting as much money, they start not putting as many bets out, and that's where you go wrong. Whenever you start increasing your unit size within a week to week or a day-to-day basis is whenever you lose money. The only time that you should ever change how much you're betting a game is the first of the month. So a lot of people will do, like I said, they'll go on a hot streak, they'll go up 10 units in a week, and then they start betting more money. No, that's not how it works, because the law of averages will then bring you back down, losing, your next few bets. You need to have that in reserve. You need to make sure that you have that risk, managed. So the only time that you change your unit size or how much you're betting is the first of the month, and that is it. Now, thank you guys for watching. This was a very raw and unedited video, obviously, but it's a lot of value. And if you watch this video to the end, you will probably, if you apply the stuff that I've said in these videos, then over the next few months, you will make so much money from sports betting. So please just apply the stuff that I'm telling you. Think of it as a long-term game. Think of it like the stock market, and I promise 3, 4, 5 months down the line, you will make so much money. And if you want to learn exactly my system and how I'm able to be profitable month after month, I made a video breaking down my entire system. Just go to the link that's in the bio. You can see my year-to-date results, and you can see a few client testimonials of people that have worked with me and what they have to say about working with me. But please subscribe, comment any questions you might have. I'll be answering to them me personally, but stick around till next week's video and I'll be dropping more videos.